Hi y'all, this is Carly or Mrs. Lushie from the Instagram account Mr. and Mrs. Lushie, and I am here today with a haul from the Vintage Chic Scents September restock. This time I just went in and grabbed the Mysterious Magic Leaf Sampler, so just like last time I thought that my best bet was to just go ahead and grab a sampler since this is only my second order from her and I wanted to make sure that I got to try a wide variety of the fall scents. So I'm just going to go through those with you today. I had mentioned in my previous video that I was going to try to get my fiance to sniff through these with me as well, like he did for the last VCS haul, but we just kind of ran out of time to do that this past weekend, and I wanted to get this video up before everybody gets focused on the October restock that's coming up. So I'll start out with her business card. So Vintage Chic Scents. And the owner's name, if you don't know, is Kirby Welsh. And this has her email, her website, and the Facebook group. And if you're interested in staying up to date with VCS, knowing when the restocks are and all of that kind of thing, then definitely join the Facebook group because that's the absolute best place to get information about it. So you can see in front of you, I decided to try something new with my wax, and I started putting these little tabs on the different wax chunks that have the scent notes on them. And these are just those little tabs. Here's one of them from one of the samples, but just a little, tab that's sticky on one end of it, like you would use to bookmark a book or something. And I thought that this would be really helpful so that when I go to choose a scent, I can see exactly what I have and what the scent notes are and everything, and without having to open everything up and sniff it or just remember based on the name. So that's been really helpful so far, and it'll also be helpful for this video because I won't have to look up everything because they're already on there. So I'm really excited about that. And I'll just start off with the samples. She always puts 2 samples in there, and this time the first one is $1 Million Mermaid. And I think I've mentioned, but I love that she puts the pour date on there, especially since her wax takes a while, a month or two to cure, and you want to know when it was poured. So this has a little bit of shimmer or glitter on top. It's really pretty. And for this one, the scent notes are fresh ocean water, sea berries, bergamot, and white musk. So this is kind of a fresh, clean type scent. I definitely associate this a lot more with spring or summer. It's kind of one of those spa scents, and I'm not hugely fond of it right now, but I think it's because I'm all into fall scents right now. But I'll probably save that one for the spring or the summer and then try it out at that time. And the next sample that I have here is Haunted Hayride. And this one is sweet potato, pumpkin pie, and salted caramel glaze. And I'll show you the inside of this one, but I'm going to wait to talk about it until I get to the leaf that I got in this one. But this one has some pretty shimmer on top there too. And her samples are each, I believe, 1 ounce. Yes, so they're each 1 ounce, so just perfect for one little melt. And those are a great way to try new scents. So I'll just start here in the back. So this is 15 leaves in the sampler, and the first one is the Great Pumpkin, which is pumpkin layer cake with cream cheese frosting. And I mentioned in my last VCS video, you'll see that some of these leaves are a little bit smudged or the bags have some wax on them, and that is because where I live, it's still 90 degrees outside a lot of days right now, so definitely the heat gets to the wax just in shipping, and that's no reflection on the vendor. But this one is really light orange on top and then a darker orange on the bottom, and just like last time, I love the detail in her leaves. So this one is just a sweet, a little bit spicy pumpkin. You definitely get a little bit of tanginess, I guess, from the cream cheese. But that's a really nice scent. She actually had a Great Pumpkin sampler this past time, and I was debating between getting that one and getting this one. But this one had more of a variety of scents, so I decided I would go with this one. But I definitely think that the Great Pumpkin sampler would have been a great choice as well, because that smells really good. So the next one here is the Monster Hop, and this is watermelon, fruit punch, and cotton candy. And the Mister loves these fruity scents, so he's not here to tell you how much he likes this one, but he really likes this one. And this has a sage green on top, and then kind of a lavender color on the bottom. There we go. And this one is really fruity. I definitely get the watermelon the most. But this is, some of these are fruity, but they're kind of a fall fruity, kind of a deep, darker type berry. And this one is kind of a brighter, fresher fruity, I would say. So this is one that I can definitely see myself saving for the spring and summer. Again, because to me, fall is, you know, kind of spicy and those deeper type scents. But really nice. This next one is Night of the Living Dead, and this one is Satsuma Blonde Moment Noel Zucchini Bread. And this one, I think, out of all of them, is my least favorite, which is not to say at all that I don't like it, because I like all of these, but just out of the other ones, it's probably my least favorite. But this has kind of that sage green on top again, and then red on the bottom, kind of Christmas colors with this one. Well, I said it was my least favorite. I kind of like it better smelling it now than I did the first time I smelled it. It's a little bit of a spicy scent. You definitely get some orange, I think, from the Satsuma. I'm not sure exactly what Blonde Moment is. I know that that's a pretty popular scent combo with a lot of different vendors, and I'm not sure exactly what that is, but definitely some spicy from the zucchini bread, and then a little bit of an orange scent. So not my favorite, but that one is nice. This one is the Munsters, and this one is pumpkin caramel eggnog. And this is definitely the first eggnog scent that I've had in wax, so I was really excited about this one. I love, not necessarily eggnog, but the scent of it I really like. And this one is dark blue on top and purple on the bottom. I don't need to tell y'all that purple is my favorite color. Ooh, yeah, so this one's nice and creamy from the eggnog with a little bit of spice and some sweetness from that caramel. And that one's really good. That definitely makes me think about Christmas time and kind of sitting around the fire and having a mug of eggnog. It's a really yummy, spicy scent. So that's the Munsters. The next one here is the Black Cat, which is cider lane topped with whipped cream. I'm sorry, my dog heard something. Bernie, it's okay. And this one is gray, so we have a darker gray with some lighter gray on this other side. This one got really beat up. And people have just been going crazy over this one in the Facebook group. A lot of people loved this one. I think this is a new scent this season. Again, actually not one of my favorites. There's some note in it that's just a little bit strange to me. And I think the cider lane is apple and caramel. And I normally have liked that in the other blends that I've had that had cider lane in it. But for some reason, this one just does not sit well with my nose. I like it. I don't know if it's the whipped cream that's a little bit strange to me, but not one of my favorites, but we'll see if it changes when it melts. This one is Vampira, which is blackberry, cranberry, pomegranate punch, and this is another one that's just nice and fruity. In the last video, I had the blob in a leaf, and the mister was saying that that one smelled a lot like Laffy Taffy, and this one I think is kind of the same. The scent notes are really similar. Yeah, that one is super fruity. You can smell the blackberry and the cranberry. You can kind of pick out all of those different berry notes in that one. And this one is green and a light gray or light purple there. But again, this one is a little bit of a deeper berry note since it has the blackberries and the cranberries. To me, those are more fall fruits, so this is one that I would likely go ahead and melt in the fall. I'm excited about that one. Start way at the back here again. This one is Hitchcock Presents, which is rich zucchini bread topped with blueberries and cream. And I really like this one. I think that Kirby has a really nice blueberry. I can't remember which exact scents it was last time that had blueberry in it, but I really like her blueberry. This one smells so good. It's like a bakery blueberry. It almost smells like a blueberry muffin, kind of. It's really nice. It has that nice, fresh blueberry, but also with the bakery from the zucchini bread. I'm really excited to melt that one. That one, I think, is kind of a year-round scent. I can see myself melting that in the fall, but the blueberry is also bright enough that it would be really good in the spring or the summer if you chose. This one is the Addams Family, which is Leaves type, and I believe that that's a Bath & Body Works scent. I used to get quite a bit from Bath & Body Works, but I haven't really shopped there in a while, so I don't remember exactly what the leaf scent is. But it's really kind of musky and spicy. I smell some apple, I think. But definitely, it's a little bit cologne-y or a little bit perfumey with some spice in there. This one is a lavender and light gray color. That one's really nice. Pretty much all of the Bath & Body Works dupes that I've tried in wax I've really liked. So I'm excited about that one. Let's see. The next one is Haunted Hayride. So this is the one that I had the sample in. And this is sweet potato pumpkin pie topped with salted caramel glaze. And I really like this one, so I'm really glad that I do have a sample in this one as well, because this one smells really good. This is just a really sweet, creamy pumpkin scent. You can smell the caramel. I think, to me, it's a lot creamier and sweeter, kind of, than an actual pie baking. I don't think I've actually had sweet potato pie, though, so I'm thinking of a regular pumpkin pie, but it's a lot sweeter and creamier than that to me, and then you can smell the caramel, which makes it even sweeter. That smells really good. That's one of my favorites out of all of them, I think. This one is the Warrens, and I know that this is a lot of people's favorite, or one of Kirby's, or how am I trying to phrase that? One of their favorite scents from Kirby, or from VCS, is the Warrens, and that was another one of the reasons that I actually got this sampler, is because I knew that for sure I would get the Warrens and also Sanderson Sisters, and I know that those are favorites for a lot of people. So this one is cinnamon glazed marshmallow donuts with a big mug of cider lane. And I can already hear a train coming way in the background. Again, there has not been one in several hours, and then I decide to film, and it is just a magnet for them to come. This one, I'm mostly getting the cider lane right now. It may be different when it melts or after it cures for a while. But I'm mostly smelling the cider lane. It's a little bit of a spicy cider lane. You can tell that there is a little bit of cinnamon in it. But to me right now, this is mostly a cider lane scent. But I've decided that I'm going to let all of her stuff cure for at least 2 months, though. And I've got some stuff that's already right at that 2-month mark. So I'll probably start melting through it soon. But I'll definitely let this stuff sit for a bit before I start melting through it. So this next one is Sanderson Sisters, which is another favorite for a lot of people. And this one is green apple, caramel, candy corn, marshmallow. And I love candy corn. I know that a ton of people hate candy corn when it comes around every Halloween, but that is one of my favorite things. So I was super excited about this one. And you can definitely smell, the first thing that I smell actually is that green apple, I think, but then you can really smell that candy sweetness after that. I can smell some candy corn in there, just kind of a sugary, I don't know, a sugary sweet candy scent. I think candy corn smells a little bit plasticky to me when you smell the actual candy, and I don't get that at all from this melt, which is obviously a really good thing, but that one's really nice. I'm super excited about that one. This one here is Bride of Frankenstein, and this is green apple blueberry wedding cake. So this is another fruity one, but this has some bakery as well from that wedding cake. And it does not want to come out of the bag. There we go. So this one, again, a light sage green and a really light gray on the bottom. I really like this one. This one, again, that does not want to focus. I'm mainly getting the green apple, but I can smell the blueberry and I can get a little bit of the bakery sweetness from the wedding cake. That one's good. This one, I would say, again, is kind of an any season scent. It's not so bright and fruity that I wouldn't melt it in the fall, but it would also be really good for the spring and summer if I decided to wait to melt it. And I only melt, obviously, when I'm at home, which is not too much during the week, so I don't melt through a huge amount, so there's a good chance that a lot of this will be left over, so it'll be pretty easy for me to save some of the fruity ones over for spring and summer. This one is the Witching Hour, and this is pumpkin cream cheese cinnamon glazed baklava. Or baklava? I've heard it both ways. I'm not sure about the pronunciation on that one. And this, I would say, might be the spiciest one out of all of them, which I love. That one's really nice. I love the spicy for fall. This one has a deep purple and then a dark gray on the bottom. Definitely cinnamon is the main thing that I'm getting from this one. Cinnamon, and then you can smell some of the pumpkin. Maybe a little bit of that tanginess from the cream cheese. Almost slightly sour, which I hate to say that because I know that a lot of people don't like that in wax and the cream cheese and the milk scents, but it does have a little bit of that sour tanginess from the cream cheese, but I really like that. I love cream cheese, so that's a good scent to me. This one is Master of Suspense, and this is Blueberry Lemon Poppy Seed. And this one, I think, gets the award for being the most appropriately colored. And I can just smell blueberry as soon as I even open this package. But this one is blue and yellow, which is perfect for Blueberry Lemon Poppy Seed. So yeah, you get that blueberry straight away. And you can also smell the lemon. This is kind of like a blueberry lemon poppy seed muffin, I would say. It has, to me, a tiny bit of a bakery scent that makes it a little bit muffiny, which I love. That's a really nice scent. This is another one, kind of any time of year. I would be okay melting it in the fall, but I could also save it over for the warmer months. That one is Master of Suspense. And then the very last one that I have here is the Crybaby Killer. And this one is pistachio, fluffy marshmallow, sugar cookie dough, and fresh strawberries. Sorry if you're hearing all this crinkling. I'm trying to be a little bit quiet. And this one is a light pink on top. and then a really kind of dark gray on the bottom. And just one more time, all of the, any of the wax imperfections is from the heat here, so. This one, right off the bat, I get the strawberries. I can smell the pistachio a little bit, and then definitely a little bit of bakery or sweetness from the cookies. So this, again, is one of my favorites. I didn't remember this as being one of my favorites, but as I'm smelling it right now, I think that's one of my favorites from this leaf sampler. So I'm the type of person, especially right now, since I'm kind of new to wax, I really like having a wide variety of different scents rather than a lot of one scent. So I'll probably continue for a while to do the samplers from some of these different companies, because I think that's a great way for me to try out all of their scents and kind of see what's out there and what I like and don't like, and just kind of build up a library of scents that I've tried in a way, because I would hate to get a ton of something and then not even like it. So just kind of stack these back out here. So I'm really excited for the next restock. I can't remember, I'm not sure if the date has been announced. If it has been, I can't remember exactly when that is. But this next one, I think, is not customer appreciation, but it's customer creations or something like that. So it's going to include scents that were voted on the Facebook page when there was the contest, and people could come up with scents and vote on the ones that they liked the most. I think she chose 3 from that voting process, and then chose, I think, 2 or 3 more that were just ones that she personally really liked and thought would round out her scent. So I'm really excited about that one, because some of them smell really good, or sound really good. I'm sure they smell really good too. But anyways, that is the Mysterious Magic Leaf Sampler from the September restock. Please feel free to leave any comments, questions, suggestions, any thoughts down below. I would love to talk to y'all down below, and I will see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.